Hi, and welcome. My name is Cynthia Crowfoot. I am an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a producer, I'm a filmmaker, and I am the host of the Oakville Film Festival for its 10th year. And with me today, I have Akil McKenzie, who directed
Woo!
the hold for applause, who directed the amazing film Legacy Voices 2. So welcome, Akil.
Thank you so
And
much for having me.
You, oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna throw a first question. It's gonna be short and sweet. I just want to hear a little bit about your film. Tell me what, because I know this is the second one,
Mm,
and I would like to know. My first question is, for those of us who haven't seen the first one, how is the second one similar, and how is it different?
oh, absolutely. Um, the second one has similarities a little bit with the cast. You'll see some of the cast from the first one in there. There's also the similarities in terms of what is the demographic in whom we're talking to, which is the Black elderly residents within Halton. And in terms of differences, I think the main differences, um, strange to say, the differences are the similarity in a way, but we are talking about the past and how the past has helped us come to the present, which is what happens in the first film and in the second one. But now it's also about these individuals who rooted themselves in the past to bring us to where we are today. How will the youth take that forward? Which is basically the entirety of the second film is very youth based. So all in all, the two films kind of, when put together, make one full thing, past, present, and future. And that's where the differences kind of lay, but also where the similarities reside.
So, what drew you to this film, and what is the
Mm,
message that you hope people take away from
mm. The entire Legacy Voices, both one and two project, what drew me to it was that it's the main intention was that way when we film it, all of the footage is saved and goes into the Oakville Museum to go into a time capsule. So that way we are
it?
recording pieces of history that's forever going to be remembered going down the line. And I love the idea of the entirety of what we're doing is going to be something that's remembered because the topic itself is legacy. And it's like we, in making this film, are helping to provide and build legacy. And with that, it was something that was actually said on set, and it's something that resonated with me in terms of we think of legacies from the past, things that people have built, but we never think about every day, whatever we're doing is going to be what the future thinks of as legacy, because we are going to be the people that people are looking back on eventually. So that in itself is why I was like, there's a lot we could do with this film, and I want to be a part of that creation.
That's amazing. I'm reading a book, and the
Mm,
quote that stuck with me is very similar to what you just said. He was talking
hmm
about how we're living our lives now. And he said, just ask your question, is this the story you want your future self to tell? So is how
mm,
you're living your life now, is that is that the legacy that you want to leave for your future self, basically? So I
mm,
really that kind of a theme on how what we're doing today impacts tomorrow, and how yesterday impacts today is very relevant to me, and I think to a lot of people.
hmm
A prevalent theme for the festival this year that I'm finding as I interview people is one of finding community and finding acceptance, and kind of stepping into a family and our tribe. And I found that in your film as well. And was that
mm.
something that you had intentionally put in there, or am I off the mark on that?
No, no, there was definitely um kind of like a familial feeling because you'll see a lot of there's literal scenes of like families together, and
Yeah.
then you'll also see people from different walks of life, at different ages, kind of all um, being in this community space together around the greenery and such.
Yeah.
And that was the idea of whether it's past, present, future, it's all going down this line. And as it goes down this line, there's like different family trees and all of this, but the roots of what we're all going through kind of resides in the same place. And that idea kind of makes it feel like we're all one large family going through this. And I thought that was super important. And especially you'll notice within the Black community, like there's just this secret like um feeling of like brother and sisterhood with each other where you walk by, you don't even know the person, you nod, you're like, how you doing? And then someone's like, oh, did you know them? It's like never seen that person in my life, but like we're both just doing
Yeah.
this together, you know? And
Yeah.
that's one of the things we were actually trying to portray in moments.
What I liked too about your film was that you didn't have an interviewer. You had
Mm,
people talking to each other. And was that
mm,
something that was in the script from the beginning, or was that something that was like an aha moment? I know what would be really cool is to do this.
mm. That when as soon as we were given the opportunity to start the creation of Legacy Voices too, like as soon as it was like, okay, let's do it again, um, that came into my head first. Like it started there. Because I was thinking of the idea in terms of like if it's about past talking to future, like it's almost cool if two people were talking and then there was something I was watching a lot of where people would sit down across from each other and have like cards and play like a card game where they ask each other questions from the card. And there was something very authentic about the idea of the person being asked the question is also the person asking the questions, and now it's in conversation. So it feels
Yeah.
like I was saying that authenticity there is just kind of like really nice in that aspect.
Yeah, I liked that. I thought that for me, it drew me into the story and into the stories of those people
Mm,
more so than if it had been like docudrama with someone asking questions off camera. So I very much liked that aspect of your film. I loved the
thank you.
simplicity of it. I loved the integration at the end of the dinner, everyone sitting around together. I thought that kind of pulled your theme together really well, of family, of connectedness. I loved that. Um, is there going to be a Legacy Voices 3?
I think since every day is a new day, there's always room for more legacy voices because it's just the stories that are being told and then new stories are happening every day. So if we are blessed enough to have the town of Oakville want us to continue and allow us to be able to create more, then as long as they ask, I will be here to do so.
That's great. Now, do you have any projects outside of the Legacy Voices 3 possibility that you're working on, or what's next for Akil?
Honestly, the largest thing that we're working towards right now is the company, the company that I run, Falling Motion. Currently, the largest media production company in Halton, and we're we are doing our best because there's always a whole bunch of different projects coming in, whether it's commercials, music videos, things with the city, and we want to be able to establish ourselves even larger to the point where um, we become number one in GTA, and we just want to just keep building.
Yeah,
So I think coming up for us will be numerous projects because we just
nice.
want to see ourselves grow and want to be able to give to the community with all the creation that we have to offer.
That's amazing. Well, I wish you the best of luck with that, and I'm
Oh
sure
my
our
gosh,
paths are going to cross
thanks.
again. I know, but yeah, I think that's amazing. I am a huge supporter of filmmakers of all types. I think that it's a hard industry to get a break in. So I think that we
Mm.
we as a community need to support each other. So I am sending you all positive love and light, my friend.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and talking to us. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And thank you out there for watching the show. And I thank you and wish you best of luck.
Thank you. It was great talking to you. Thank you everyone for watching. This is your boy, Akil McKenzie, and I run the media production company Falling Motion if you ever want to see more of our work.
Yay.